Mr. Aldrich. I'm Robert F. Remeling from HM2A, and this is my assignment for Fundamental of Lodging. First is occupancy relationship between demand, the number of rooms sold, and supply, the number of rooms available for sale. Measure the hotel's share of market, so it measure quantity occupancy equal number of rooms sold divide number of rooms available for sale. Sales per occupied room, average daily rate or ADR, the amount received for each room, sold measure the quality of the business. Normally, price ADR increase as occupancy percentage, increase average daily rate, equal room sales, divide number of rooms sold. Next is RevPAR or revenue per available room. The relationship between revenue per room and the total room inventory available measure how well front office manager fill rooms without cutting price. RevPAR equal room revenue divide room of available for sale. Next is double occupancy, refers to any room in which there is more than one person. Double occupancy increase per room revenue because of that additional charge. High double occupancy skews room revenue and hence ADR. Upward percentage of double occupancy equal number of guests, number of rooms occupied divide number of rooms occupied. Next is break-even point. The point at which there are neither profit nor losses below this point fixed cost to be paid exceed revenue, leading to losses some fixed cost. Interest, lease, mortgage payment, salaries, any revenue above this point makes a huge contribution to profit. One semi-fixed and variable costs are paid. Semi-fixed costs, utilities, variable costs, which laundry soap used by guests over the years. The break-even point has dropped from 70% occupancy to 55% to 60% occupancy. First is versatility. In the hospitality industry, service cannot be stored because they are highly perishable. Unused service of today cannot be sold the next day. The guest room of hotel are highly perishable. They cannot store to sell the next day. Hospitality service have a time frame for utilization. For example, a service only can be sold and owned by person, but it cannot be opened from the service provider service consumers. Sole proprietorship, provide service can be entrusted to the service provider. You must generate and provide service in the different requirement of the authorization service consumer and authorized service consumers. Next is location. Are the three most important aspects of hotel. Good location are not easy to acquire. Changing neighborhoods and shifting demographics sometimes doom a hotel whose original location was good. Unlike the airline seat, there is no way to move the hotel room. A fixed location in unwell neighborhood requires uh, astute management and heavy dependence on marketing and sales. Next is fixed supply. Just as the hotel location is fixed, so all such supplies of rooms, airline adjusts to demand by adding or removing flight. Not so with hotels. What you see is what you must manage. For example, our hotel has 200 rooms. Today, only 100 are sold. Revenue is lost tomorrow. Super Bowls in town, but I can sell. I can only sell 200 rooms. No way to no way to make up lost revenue. No way to increase production to meet increased demand, check in and check out, managing hotel operation. Um, Next is high operating cost. Unlike the manufacturing, which offset high labor costs with a large capital investment, hotel are both capital and labor intensive. The result is in the jargon of trade or large built-in costs continue regardless of occupancy levels, in keeping break-even hurdle high. Next is seasonable. Throwing away the keys is traditional practices. When a new hotel opens, the act signifies ulit. The act signifies that the hotel never closes. Yet hotel keeping is a very seasonable business. Cyclical deep hits. Commercial hotel every 7 days as they struggle to offset for weekends occupancy. The federal holiday law that extend weekend into Mondays certainly did help. Traditional classification changed notwithstanding. Several traditional classification have withstood the test of home. They are size, class, type, and plan. Size, the number of available room, is the standard measure of size mega hotel, 1,500 rooms or more. Class by the next is class. Class is by the level of service. More the service, better the hotel. Not true always more service are offered where labor costs are lower. Even small cheap hotel in Manila offer room service and money changing service. More the star, better and more expensive the hotel rating are valid only within system or country. Next is type. Type of hotel like commercial hotel, residential hotel, resort ser- resort hotel, the mega resort hotel, and the mega resort. First, the commercial hotel, these service resort term transient, not permanent visitor, business person are the ship market or commercial houses. Large commercial hotel are almost always full service properties. Next is residential hotel. This creates a landlord-tenant relationship that differs in legal rights and responsibilities from the traditional guest-innkeeper relationship. In some locales, uh, the room occupancy tax is not payable for residential. Next is resort. This is a full-service lodging facilities intended primarily for vacationers and usual located in places free, frequented for relaxation or recreation, such as beaches, sea, seashores, scenic or historic areas, sky park spas. The different the difference to a simple hotel lies in the range of service and amenities offered. A resort hotel typically includes entertainment and recreational activities. Last is mega resort. A mega resort is a type of destination which is an exceptionally large size, sometimes featuring large scale attraction. Next is question 3. The industry still delivered the basic accommodation of shelter, food, and hospitality. It uh, it is the means of delivery that has changed. These variations have been marked by shifting terminology: hostel, public house, inn, bed, and breakfast and condo. Changing notwithstanding, several traditional qualifications have withstood the test of the time. They are size, class, type, and plan. These are not definitive, objective measure, nor are they self-executive. Uh, Hotel fall into all categories or into the into just some each category impact differently on how manager manage. For the last question, ADR average daily rate, delivering class, elegance, and service cost money. Larger rooms, upgraded furnishings, and extra employees incur larger financing costs, depreciation, energy, wage, and more. So, to do better levels of maintenance, 24 hours room service, saunas, and similar extras all must be recovered by higher rates. More than just generation, the better the class of the hotel, the higher the rate. Drive, uh, Driven by inflation, ADR has been increasing industry-wide for decades. So a higher room rate over time is not the measure. A higher rate related to competition is critical. Location also plays a role. Hotels in small towns are different than their big city counterparts.